If you are playing with a midfielder that knows how to penetrate the defense with his passes, he will not play a ball going wide. Rather, he will look the run of the striker and play the ball, because most times the passes is what actually beat the defense line.
Let's go over to Mr. Albert for more analysis on the board.
Okay. Tactically yesterday, but before we go on the tactics on the match that happened yesterday, just briefly, you want to agree with me that to whom much is given, much is expected. And I want to be a little bit cynical that Osimhen's wages in a year can actually pay the entire Tanzanian team and their coaching crew. To whom much is given, much is expected. Though football is not the rocket science, but at the end of the day, if you check it very, very well, the quality of players you have in the team, you actually expect more from them. And if you watch very well, critically well in the first half of the game, the Tanzanian side was so respectful of the Super Eagles side. They didn't want them to come out. I wouldn't know why. But after so many try and error, before Semi Ajayi scored the header, 35, 36 minutes, you see the Tanzanian side coming heavily on the second side, bringing the ball headlong to the Super Eagles fora. But having said that, Eric Chell came with a formation of 4-3-1-2. Let's do this way. This formation, you have Osayi Samuel, Seyi Ajayi, Semilogo Ajayi. You have right there Calvin Bassey and Zaidu Sanusi. On this pack, you have Samuel Chukwueze, you have Wilfred Onyendidi, and you have Alex Iwobi. Right here, you have Ademola Lookman, Ako Adams, and Victor Osimhen. Now, Angel Kambodi, the coach of the Tanzanian side, he came out with a 4-2-3-1 formation as well.
And that 4-2-3-1 is just like a 4-4-3-3 formation, right?
No, it's not like 4-2-3-1. It's quite different from. Every formation comes with their own approach. Now, look at these tactics. Osayi Samuel, Calvin Bassey, Semi Ajayi, Zaidu Sanusi, and our three-line midfielder, Lookman, Ako Adams, and Osimhen. If we want to start from the goalkeeping area, we want to say this guy, Nwabali, has been so complacent. Don't forget, for about 4 or 5 matches in Chippa United,
he has not kept.
You have not been in the goal post. Now, that was what actually triggered a lot of controversy when the Udinese goal shot stopper spoke to the Super Eagles coach and said, if you don't give me a first team, if you don't want to give me time, let me leave. He left because he's keeping at the top flight in the Italian Serie A. Now he left. This man has manned the post. Now, if you watch critically well that game, this guy, Bright Osayi Samuel, was on holiday. You know why? The attacking consciousness of this team on the left flank wasn't much. He was on holiday. But I have a big problem somewhere. Samuel Chukwueze is deployed to play deep in the midfield. From the national under-17, the H Kada is somebody that is playing from the wing, from the flank. To Villarreal, when it became explosive, he plays from the flank. To AC Milan, he plays from the flank. Now in Fulham, he plays from the flank. Yeah. Now you are deploying this same person to play in Super Eagles as a deep line midfielder, a creative midfielder. I want to ask a question to Eric Chell. Why do you invite somebody like Rafael Onyedika that have been so consistent in a club like Club Brugge, that have been consistent in the Champions League, that is creative? Are you getting it? That knows what it takes to be a midfielder and have played at the highest level. But whenever you bring him to the team, you retire him to the bench. He does not see playing time, even in friendlies and another thing. Then you bring Samuel Chukwueze. There is no way Samuel Chukwueze can play the midfield average to Onyeka. Why? To Onyeka. Do you know why? A midfielder, a creative midfielder is trained in the capacity of a central midfielder. Creating chances, giving the right pass at the right time, connecting the dot between the midfield, the defense, and the attack, the midfield, the defense, and the flank. That's what Onyedika is capable of. If you watch the game very, very well yesterday, he was just doing 2-3 nutmegs. But when it's time for him to deliver window passes, he'll still be running with the ball. So at that point, he killed a lot of our attacks at the front line that would have scored goal. Trust me, they respect the Tanzanian side, the Super Eagles side. If we were well coordinated, if we had players that are creative to giving the ball into the attack, Akko, Adams, and Osimhen, we would have ended the game 3-0 in the first 30 minutes. Because that game, the vacuum, I'm coming, let me just show something. Let me show something.
You are blocking the ball, please.
Let me show something. In the first stanza of the game, in the first 28 minutes, between 18 and 28 minutes of the game, we ran riot into the Tanzanian half. But there was nothing like a good pass into the 18-yard box that the striker could be able to deliver. But there's something. Few ball came to Victor Osimhen. I don't know if it's because of anxiety or I wouldn't know that he blew two of them off. And the one in Nutmeg, the goalkeeper, and placed in the defender, trashed out. But if you watch very well, all those passes that were given to Osimhen and Akko at this point were not actually balls that narrowed into the 18-yard box. They were balls that actually went diagonal hand. Yeah. Are you getting it? So if you are playing with a midfielder that knows how to penetrate the defense with his passes, he will not play a ball going wide. Rather, he will look the run of the striker and play the ball, because most times the passes is what actually beat the defense line, the central defense. Because when the ball comes, beats the central defense line, the striker just go headlong with the goalkeeper. Are you getting it? So now what actually happened throughout the first half of the game was actually too much respect given to the Super Eagles side, and the Super Eagles side couldn't take advantage of it. But one of my biggest woes of the Super Eagles team yesterday was this man, Zaidu Sanusi. Okay. Somebody that wears an FC Porto jersey for a few seasons. He played in the Champions League, he played in the Portuguese League. Now, if you notice very well in the game yesterday, I wouldn't know if it's jittery, I wouldn't know if it's afraid. I don't know the right adjective to use them. If you watch for about 7-8 times yesterday, imagine the right fullback and left fullback that never bring in a ball into the boxes or boxes. And in modern day football, these two people are the people that actually make goals much more.
Maybe it depends on the formation.
Now, the formation now doesn't even require. No matter the formation any coach play now, quote me anywhere in the world, the 2 and 3 are a plus into anything. Because there's no 2 and 3 that will play that will not pass through the center circle. Now, anything that makes you come to this side of the opponent's half, you have the capacity to launch a ball inside the 18 so that the striker could convert. Now, this is so because modern football has moved than the back then, where we used to play traditional number 2 and number 3, that their job is basically to mark. That is why you see the routine of football, the training of football has actually changed. They train you in a way, your preceding training and everything, they train in a way that you are not trained as a right fullback or left fullback to defend. You are trained as well to be attacking conscious, bringing ball into the periphery of the opponent's team to create more issues and problems to the team. Now, if you watch Zaidu Sanusi, once he crossed to this point, he had about 9 balls yesterday. Then the defender coming after him will be about 10 yards apart to Zaidu Sanusi. Zaidu Sanusi will see return the ball back to our defense line. It's a minus. I was so ashamed of him. Now, I want to compare him to a guy, Bruno Yemechi, that's on the bench. I don't know, favoritism most times come in terms of coaching. That's why Onyeka is being one of the subject now. Onyedika is one of the subject now. We need to actually check Eric Chell very well. If you check Bruno Yemechi, that guy is always running this flank from this left full back to this spot. Go and watch all his games. And he actually bring ball into the 18-yard box. But Sanusi may have good work rate. But to what end? What we need here is results. To what end? The work rate to what end? That if you have good work rate, you know how to mark, but at the end of the day, you are not productive. It's counterproductivity in a team. For all I care in football. Because you cannot tell me a professional footballer that plays in Europe will get to this point every time, then you return the ball again back to the midfield circle. It's a minus. That time you are supposed to mount in pressure. That is to say, he's not attacking conscious.
He's not attacking minded.
He's not attacking minded. Because if you get to this spot, that's what is known as wall pass. If he moves the ball to this place and the defender comes, an attacker here can come with him. He pass the ball, one pass, and he collects it here, and he give a ball across for a ball to come in. But up to like 7-8 games against Tanzania, Zaidu Sanusi was unproductive. It was a big minus into the game. And we tried to check very, very well. That line is not adding any value, for as far as I'm concerned, into the Super Eagles team. Samuel Chukwueze again is a big lacuna in that team. He's not supposed to be in that midfield. Then, if Samuel Chukwueze should have a shirt on the midfield of the Super Eagles side, why all the midfielders you've invited that are playing consistently in their team? You understand? Because for you as a black to be playing abroad and playing first team in your clubs abroad, it shows that you are good because there are other white people there on the bench. Then why are you putting somebody like Rafael Onyeka, even Onyeka, the other one on the bench? Now, Onyendidi, sure, he's the captain. He has been in the team for more than 1 decade. Accepted. But what has been the value of Onyendidi in that central midfield? Onyendidi played that game throughout yesterday. There was no true pass.
No.
I didn't see any positive impact on Onyendidi. I'm not against him in any way. But how did he function? How did he marshal that midfield? The only person now that was actually having ball and trying to create chances there was Iwobi. But Iwobi still still have his problem. Iwobi is one of the only Nigerian midfielder I see that will not shoot a shot on target, 2 shots on target in 10 matches. It's bad. Yes, you always want to create, you always want to make passes, but shooting at goal is also a plus. Are you getting it? Shot on target is also a plus because the goalkeeper can as well parry it out for an oncoming striker to hit in. Now, Ako, on the other hand, is a good striker, no doubt. He's bally. He's more strong, powerful than his goal-scoring capacity. Now, you know why we are humans? Or when you are a coach, you are coaching a team, you have to be able to know the individual differences of these players and how you play them. There are some players that Brett Kanu played. No strength, if he pushing, he will fall. But he's the most delicate player on the pitch. So the coach will play him because of what he know Kanu can do. Then when you play someone like Kanu that you know that he cannot actually mark, you play 1 or 2 persons that can actually do the job for him, let him do the destruction. That is what every good coach should know. I get what I'm trying to say. Now, Ako Adams is here. He's running. The only important chance or the running he actually did was the one that came 2 yards close to the goalkeeper and he played to the goalkeeper and the team went to the corner side. Now, this guy is here, Victor Osimhen, Nigerian talisman. One of the problems I see Osimhen has now is wanting to be on top of everything that happens on the football pitch. It's very, very wrong. And some Super Eagles may not want to say it, but it's actually taking a toll on him now. He reacts to everything that happens. If the ball does not come to his place, he reacts. Now, about 2 games ball came to his leg yesterday. He just ballooned them away. He believes nothing can happen. Nothing will happen. But if you check some reaction that actually happened when Iwobi did not give him a ball and Simon did not actually give him a ball, after the game, camera pictured him, he was shouting, give me the ball, give me the ball. They can't give you all the ball. We are 10 players in the field. Everybody has to feel it. So if it's not your turn to have the ball, you will not have the ball. So I think Osimhen overreaction may actually cause a problem with Super Eagles team if it's not calm-headed, if it's not cool-headed. Yes, everybody on the pitch, from the right, from the outsider to the outside level, know that Osimhen is our talisman. Everybody wants to give him ball, but he shouldn't be reacting every time on the ball. You know, some time ago when the Amon Kachis were playing at Dekpoju, they were alleging that there are carcass in the team, that some people stopped giving Rashidi Yakin the ball. Are you getting it? Because of the carcass. So Osimhen should use his attitude to falter that. Now, if you say Onuachu is his highest goal scorer, one of the highest goals Nigerian players, scoring Nigerian player abroad. Now you brought in Onuachu. You substituted about 85 minutes, about 4 or 5 minutes to go. What do you want Onuachu to come and do? To me, that's a nuance. He actually did nothing. If you actually believe you need goal in the match, you would have introduced the guy at most 15 minutes to go. Before he tune up and do 1 or 2 things, he might have gotten what he wanted and put himself into the game. But at the end of the day, you brought in 5 minutes to go. You just adding a cap to his cap. You're not actually putting him to come and show what he has. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So the entire team Super Eagles play yesterday, we want to pick, I think bookmakers, they said Semi Ajayi was the man of the match yesterday.
I want to ask one question.
Okay.
The goal that the Tanzanians scored.
Yes.
Where did the fault come from?
The Tanzania goal, look at it. It was yeah.
How
Now,
was Nwabali's reaction?
Yeah, okay, now look at the Tanzanian goal. We're talking about the space we used to have in the midfield. The Tanzanian goal from our half was a break-up. They passed the ball down to this place. The man that was holding this ball, Osimhen Samuel, was far from him. The guy launched the ball above Calvin Bassey and Semi Ajayi. Now, that guy came in from behind them, from a far flank, ran inside, the ball got to him. Instead of Nwabali, inside his 18-yard box, to come, read the movement of the ball and intercept that ball, it was so unprofessional. He was raising his hand for the linesman. Instead of it to save the ball first, are you getting it? The guy came and launched the ball into the net. So the fault here, apart from the break, the lack of communication from number 2 and the central defenders, Nwabali too has a big role to play because the ball actually came into his box. And that ball would have been cut off if he actually read it. Are you getting it? So the issue is that the Super Eagles team actually need to improve on this. The coach need to go back to his tactical board and see who am I supposed to play on the midfield? Who has the capacity? Are you getting it? Because one of the things I know before I end this now is we are lacking in tactical deployment. We are lacking in creativity. There are no creative minds here on the midfield. From time immemorial, Ndidi has not been a creative player. He has just been a combative player, a ball winner for the Super Eagles. So we actually need somebody that can create and give on window passes for strikers to score goals easily, rather than bringing ball to the strikers at the far flank, making them find a way to nutmeg a defender before they score. So, but so far so good. They have had their 3 points, 2-1. But for them to win Tanzania 2-1, I don't think there is 3 points. I want to accept it's 3 points, but I want to still make people understand that performance yesterday was shambolic, and Super Eagles as a team is bigger than giving a team like Tanzania 2-1. That game would have been conceded in the first 30 minutes if there was a creative mentality on the midfield, bringing the right ball to the attack. They would have sealed it about 3 goals before the 30 minutes.
Anyway, that's the analysis from Mr. Albert. Nigeria have played out a 2-1 with Tanzania, and they've gotten 3 points in their back, in the kitty. Just hoping to see if the coach is going to step up his game and do better in the next game. Thank you.